Because I'm fat, really fat. Because I'm fat, really fat.
Around 1 year ago, there was a trend where people would use CaseOh voice changes to create AI song covers. But since nobody actually knew how to change the lyrics, all of the song covers eventually became super boring and stale. And so that's when I took matters into my own hands and created the most offensive CaseOh song covers from scratch by re-recording the songs myself and changing all of the lyrics to be related to food. And since you guys enjoyed the last video, I decided to create even more CaseOh song covers. But this time we're going to use recently trending songs which I didn't do last time, starting with Sigma Boy by Betsy. And if you haven't heard the original song before, it sounds like this. So it's been quite a while since I made my last CaseOh song covers, so I can barely remember what I did, but I do remember step 1 is to change the lyrics. So here's the original lyrics to the original Sigma Boy song, and half of it is in Russian, and so we're gonna have to probably change these bits. And when I was trying to change the lyrics, I could not think of anything that rhymed with Sigma or Sigma Boy, and so we're gonna have to leave these lines the same. But instead of this one where it's like boy, we're gonna replace it with every day I eat 50 packets of Chips Ahoy. Because if you don't know what Chips Ahoy is, it's basically like packets of cookies. And so I assume he eats at least one of these every day. No offense, of course. And then we go back to Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. But then here, they've rhymed the word God with boy. Like, I don't know what the decision-making process was here, but like, how do you rhyme God with boy? And so instead, we're gonna replace it with when I enter KFC, I feel a sense of joy. Then we go back to Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. And instead of repeating what we have up here, we're gonna do a new line. I opened up my Happy Meal and they gave me a toy. Then we have Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. And then once again, we're gonna do a new line. Doctors keep on telling me to please eat more bok choy. Because if you don't know what bok choy is, it's basically an Asian vegetable, and I assume doctors tell them to eat more vegetables. No offense, of course. So now I believe step 2 is I have to record these vocals myself so that I can then run it into the AI voice changer so we can make it sound like it was sung by CaseOh. So let's just see whether I can get this first try. Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. Every day I eat 50 packets of Chips Ahoy. Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. When I enter KFC, I feel a sense of joy. Okay, I think that was pretty decent. And for some reason, it did not record at all. Great, that is exactly what we wanted. And so I had to go back and re-record everything. Okay, now let's just download this as an audio file. And now let's just run it through the CaseOh AI voice changer. Okay, it's finished generating. Let's just see whether it's good enough to use in the actual song.
Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. Every day I eat 50 packets of Chips Ahoy. Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. When I enter KFC, I feel a sense of joy.
Oh yeah, you know what? That was not bad. That was not bad. But I want to add an extra layer of vocal harmony because last time I did these songs, I like just left it really, really plain. And so this time I'm going to add the extra layer of harmony for like this back half of the song. It's going to be extremely hard for me to reach like this vocal range. I don't know whether I can do it. I'm going to have to go like this high, like... Okay, I don't know whether I can do it, but let's just try. Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. I opened up my Happy Meal and they gave me a toy. Okay, that was extremely bad. I'm pretty sure my voice broke halfway through it, but let's just send it through. I don't even care at this point. So let's just download this and let's run it through the AI voice changer again. Okay, it's ready. Let's just have a listen to this. Surely it's not that bad.
Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. I opened up my Happy Meal and they gave me a toy. Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy. Doctors keep on telling me to please eat more bok choy.
Okay, you know what? That's not bad. Okay, so let's download both of these, the lower version and the higher version, and let's chuck both of them into here. Okay, so it should look like this, but I'm pretty sure the next step is that I have to create the backing track from scratch by only using CaseOh's voice, because if we use the original backing track, then we'll get copyrighted. So let me just have a listen to what the original backing track was.
Hook to a, hook to a, hook to a.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I understand what to do. So there are 2 layers in the backing track. So let's start with the bottom layer first. Banana, 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 banana. Okay, so that's the bottom layer done. Let's just download this and run it through the voice changer to start with.
Banana, 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 banana.
Okay, that's not too bad. It sounds like he really, really wants to eat a banana, but okay, not yet, CaseOh, not yet. Because next we have to do the second layer of the backing track, which is sort of like, okay, let me just do it. Ba na 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 ba na 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 na. So now we got to download this and just run it through the AI voice changer.
Ba na 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 ba
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And so I think we have basically every single ingredient we need so far. Okay, so I think I've rearranged them correctly, so it should sound like a proper song, but let's just check it out, see how bad this turned out.
Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Every day I eat 50 packets of Chips Ahoy. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. When I enter KFC, I feel a sense of joy. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. I opened up my Happy Meal and they gave me a toy. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Doctors keep on telling me to please ignore bok choy.
So that actually turned out much better than I expected, and because of this, I wanted to take a copyright risk and place the original song's instrumental track underneath my CaseOh vocals, so I could see how close my CaseOh version sounded to the original version. So I'm gonna take a guess, and I'm pretty sure this is going to sound extremely similar to the original.
Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Every day I eat 50 packets of Chips Ahoy. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. When I enter KFC, I feel a sense of joy. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. I opened up my Happy Meal and they gave me a toy. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Doctors keep on telling me to please ignore bok choy.
So now it's time for you to smash that subscribe button and become a channel member before I smash your mother. But also time to move on to the next CaseOh song cover, which is going to use the song called New Jeans by New Jeans. So the original song was posted a while ago, but it was the remix that went super viral recently. And if you haven't heard it before, then this is what it sounds like. But of course, we're not going to put CaseOh into the remix because otherwise that will be like pretty much impossible. And so we're going to be making a song cover of the original version instead. And if you haven't heard the original one, then this is what it sounds like. So just like last time, we got to redo all the lyrics. So this is the original lyrics to the original song, and some of it is in Korean, and so yeah, we're gonna have to change those bits definitely. But to start with, instead of doing look at new me, we're gonna do look at new cheese, because this was literally the only word I could think of that like rhymes with me and has anything to do with food. And so to keep the theme going, instead of doing switch it up, who's this, we're gonna do Parmesan, not Swiss. And then this bit is in Korean, and it ends with jeans, which sort of rhymes with me and cheese. And so instead of Uruba new jeans, we're gonna do cookie jar for me. And instead of so fresh, so clean, we're just gonna do not fresh, not lean. And here's another Korean word, and it has 3 syllables. And so the only food I could think of that has 3 syllables and rhymes with na was banana. And instead of dun 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 dun, we have I want to eat one. And this is another Korean word. I think there's like 3 syllables as well, and it ends with o. And so the only thing I could do to rhyme it with o was to sort of make it a bit. Okay, let me just show you. So we have actually no, and instead of time to step out, we have get that fruit out. Then the next line is another Korean line. So we have dun 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 dio. And so the only thing I could think of that rhymes with EO is give me an Oreo. And then we're going to leave these 2 the same because I think it works pretty well. Ready for sure to have some more, you know, have some more Oreos. Then for the chorus, it was extremely hard to think of anything to do here because like barely any food rhymes with hair, tea, jeans, sea. And so the lyrics are like not really that good here, honestly. So I just had to do new pair, new tea, as in like drinking tea. Actually, wait, I just thought of something. Instead of do you see, we can do boba tea. And so that means here we have to change it because down here, instead of new jeans, actually we could keep this as new jeans. And then here we can just do cheese. New pair, new cheese, new jeans, boba tea. And then for the second one, we're going to change it up. So we're going to do new chair because, you know, his old chair is a bit too small for him. No offense. Okay, of course, no offense. And then instead of new tea, we have new keys, as in like new car keys because his old car is like a little bit too small for him. No offense, of course. Like, once again, no offense. And then instead of new jeans, do you see, we're going to do baked beans, eating spree. And then we're just going to copy this twice here because like I literally could not think of anything else that rhymes with jeans, hair, tea, all that stuff. So I guess we can move on to step 2 now and actually try to record these lyrics so that we can run it through the CaseOh AI voice changer. Let's see whether I can get this first try. I highly doubt it though. Look at a new cheese parmesan, not Swiss cookie jar for me, not fresh, not lean. Banana, I want to eat one. Actually no, get that fruit out. Okay, that was the most atrocious recording I have ever done in my entire life, but it should be fine. Okay, let's just run it through. I cannot be bothered trying to get that perfect.
Look at a new cheese parmesan, not Swiss cookie jar for me, not fresh, not lean. Banana, I want to eat one. Actually no, Get that fruit out.
Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad. But now I want to record an extra layer of like harmony over like the last part of the chorus. Because for these 4 bits, there's like a little bit of harmony, and so I think I should add that. New pair, new cheese, new jeans, boba tea, new chair, new keys, new jeans, eating spree. Okay, that was so bad, but okay, let's just run it through. That's good enough. So let's just download this and run it through the voice changer. Bro, this video is actually starting to piss me off. Why am I so bad? Like, I cannot hit any notes.
New pan, new cheese, new jeans, bourbon tea, new chair, new keys, baked beans, eating spree.
Okay, that's good enough. So now let's just download both of these and let's just chuck them into here so we can line them up. Okay, so I think this is lined up. So now we have to do the backing track. And once again, we're going to create the whole backing track out of CaseOh's own voice, because if we use the original backing track, then we will most likely get copyrighted. So let me just have a listen to try figure out how to make this backing track.
Hook to a. Hook to a. Hook to a.
Okay, so this one was pretty easy to figure out. So once again, there are 2 layers in this. And so this time I'm going to start with the upper layer because that's a little bit more easier. Actually, after listening to it again, I'm pretty sure there are actually 3 layers. So this might be a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to start with like the middle layer. Okay, let's just see whether I can put this together. Ba-na, na-na, ba-na. No, no. Okay, I think that is the middle layer done. Next, I'm going to do the upper layer. But first, let's download this and run it through the voice changer to see how good it sounds.
Ba-na, na-na.
Okay, it's a little bit aggressive.
Ba-na, na-na.
Okay, I think it will do. I think it will do. I think this should be good enough.
Ba-na, na-na.
So now let's do the upper layer, because now it will be easier because I've got the middle layer. Ba-na, na-na, ba-na. No, no. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think one of those will be good enough. Okay, so now let's just download this, run it through the voice changer.
Ba-na, na-na.
Okay, that was decent. That was better than the last one. Okay, I think we can work this. Okay, so now I gotta record like the very bottom layer. Ba, na, 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 ba, na, na, na. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, let's just download this, run it through the voice changer.
Ba, na, na. Nah.
Okay, this. Wait. Let's wait. What?
Nah.
Okay, so that should be good enough. But then when I was listening to this again, I realized there was one thing I forgot to do. So at this section, there's a bit of a what is it, like a harp? And so I think I have to record that bit purely for that little tiny section. This is gonna be so annoying. Banana, 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 banana. If that is not good enough, I'm going to physically assault somebody. So now let's just double check it's good enough by just running it through the AI voice changer.
Banana, 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 banana.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's good enough. That's pretty good. Okay, so here are all the elements of the backing track. So now we just have to rearrange it until it sort of resembles the final song. Okay, I think the song is fully arranged now, so now we can see how bad this thing actually sounds.
Banana, 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 banana. Look at the new cheese parmesan, not Swiss cookie dough for me, not fresh, not lean. Banana, I want to eat one. Actually, no. Get that fruit out. Give me an Oreo. Ready for show. To have some more. Banana, banana,
new cheese,
banana,
new jeans, bourbon tea, new chair, new keys, baked beans, eating spree, new bed, new cheese, new jeans, bourbon tea, new chair, new keys, baked beans, eating spree.
So once again, that actually turned out much better than I expected, and because of this, I wanted to take a copyright risk and place the original song's instrumental track underneath my CaseOh vocals so I could see how close my CaseOh version sounded to the original version. Okay, I'm going to predict that this one is going to sound absolutely nothing like the original, but let's just have a listen.
Look at the new cheese parmesan, not Swiss cookie dough for me, not fresh, not lean. Banana, I want to eat one. Actually, no. Get that fruit out. Give me an Oreo. Ready for show. To have some more.
New pair, new cheese, new jeans, bourbon tea, new chair, new keys, baked beans, eating spree. New pair, new cheese, new jeans, bourbon tea. New chair, new keys, baked beans, eating spree.
So now let's move on to the final CaseOh song cover, which is going to use a song that has played so many times on the radio over the past 6 months that I feel like doing a double Vincent van Gogh to my ears and then applying for my 12th lobotomy afterwards. But anyways, the song is called Unalive with a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. So this one is going to be extremely hard to do, most likely, because it's a Bruno Mars song. And if you haven't heard it before, this is basically what it sounds like. So once again, we got to start with the lyrics, and these are the original lyrics for the song. And so to start with, instead of I just woke up from a dream, we're gonna do just woke up from a food coma. And then instead of where you and I had to say goodbye, we're gonna do because I ate way too many fries. And instead of and I don't know what it all means, we're gonna do and now it's made a stinky aroma. And then we're gonna keep this one the same because it fits, but since I survived, I realized. And then for this one, wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. We'll go wherever food goes, that's where I'll follow. And then instead of nobody's promised tomorrow, we'll do I just want to eat a fluffy marshmallow. And instead of so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, we're gonna do so I'ma eat you every night like it's the last night. And then the chorus is pretty simple. So if the world was ending, I'd want to be next to food. And then instead of if the party was over and our time on earth was through, we're gonna do if the party was over, then I'd quickly steal all the food. Because you know how like at the end of a party there's like so much leftover food and then like sometimes it just goes to waste. But then most of the time people like bring it home, like they split up the food, they just bring it home. I assume what happened back in the day was that CaseOh, you just racked all the food. No offense, of course. And then instead of I just want to hold you for a while and unalive with a smile, we're gonna replace unalive with dine. So is dining with a smile. And then the last one is if the world was ending, I'd want to be next to food. Okay, so now I have to record these lyrics and this is going to be extremely difficult. This is probably going to be the hardest one yet, but let's see whether I can do this first try. I just woke up from a food coma because I ate way too many fries. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to food. Okay, that should be good enough. I think that is most likely good enough. So now let's export this and run it through the voice changer.
I just woke up from a food coma because I ate way too many fries. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to food. If the party was over, then I'd quickly steal all the food.
Okay, you know what? That is not bad. That is definitely not bad. We can definitely use that. So now what I want to do is record all of the harmony parts because I'm pretty sure there are a few parts here. Okay, so I've listened to it again and I'm pretty sure these highlighted words are the ones that have harmony in it. And so I'm just gonna have to record the upper bits for the harmony. I follow marshmallow done with a smile. Okay, I think that is everything I need. Let me just run this through the voice changer.
Marlow, time with a smile.
Okay, I think there's probably something good enough here. So let's just try break it up and put it with the main vocals. Okay, so I think I've aligned these harmony bits. Let's just have a listen to it to begin with. So the first one is the follow one. Let's just listen.
I follow.
So that's not that bad. Then we have marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
So that one's not bad either. Then we have the food one. This one was a little bit dodgy, honestly.
I'd want to be next to food.
And then we have dine with a smile. And this one, I know for a fact this was incorrect. I think I did it wrong, but I can't be bothered re-recording it. So we're going to have to keep it like this.
And dine with a smile.
So yeah, it sounds really, really bad. But anyways, we got to move on to step 2, which is the backing track. And just like last time, we're going to reconstruct the entire backing track out of CaseOh's voice because otherwise we're going to get copyrighted. So let me just have a listen to figure out how to do the backing track.
Hook to a hook to a hook to a.
Okay, so I think I've roughly figured it out. It's a little bit hard. There's like multiple layers. So there's the guitar chords and then there's like the bass guitar and then there's something else as well. Actually, no, I think it's just those two. Okay, so let's just start with the easiest one, which is going to be the bass. Banana, 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 banana. Banana. Okay, I think that is the bass. Actually, I think I got one of the notes wrong, but let's just export it anyways. Let's just run it through.
Banana. 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 Banana.
Okay, that's not that bad. That is definitely not that bad. So now we got to do the next layer, which is basically the guitar chords. Banana, 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 banana. Okay, I think I messed up quite badly in the middle of it, but I think I can recover it. Anyways, let's just export this, run it through the voice changer, see how it sounds.
Banana, 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 banana.
It sounds like I'm saying bundun rather than banana. Anyways, let's just keep that. Let's just download it. And I guess the last thing to do would be the lower chord thingy. The note that goes like at the bottom of the chord. Banana, 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 banana. Okay, that was not as hard as I expected. It will probably sound really bad, but it is good enough. So let's just export this, run it through the AI voice changer.
Banana, 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 banana.
But since he's using a guitar, and since this is a Bruno Mars song, I'm pretty sure there is another note I can probably add in the chord. So I'm just going to record another layer, but it's going to be like the layer below. Banana, 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 banana. Okay, I think that was decent enough. I think we have a banger cooking up. This should surely sound like a banger. So let's just export this, and then we will just run it through the voice changer just to double check.
Banana, 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 banana.
Okay, I think that should be fine. I don't know how gravelly this song is going to end up sounding, but we just have to make use of what we have. Is that the same? So now we have all the ingredients here. We just need to construct the song. Should be pretty easy. Okay, so I think I've rearranged the song correctly, and it should sound pretty decent. So let's just have a listen to it.
I banana, just woke up from a food coma. Banana, because I ate way too many fries. And now it's made a stinky aroma. But since I survived, I realized wherever food goes, that's where I'll follow. I just wanna eat a fluffy marshmallow. So I'ma eat you every night like it's the last night. Like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to food. If the party was over, then I'd quickly steal all the food. I wanna hold you just for a while and tied with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to food.
So that sounded absolutely atrocious, and because of this, I wanted to take a copyright risk and place the original song's instrumental track underneath my CaseOh vocals to see how bad my CaseOh version sounded compared to the original version. Okay, this could go either extremely well or extremely badly, but let's just take a listen.
I just woke up from a food coma because I ate way too many fries. And now it's made a stinky aroma. But since I survived, I realized wherever food goes, that's where I'll follow. I just wanna eat a fluffy marshmallow. So I'ma eat you every night like it's the last night. Like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to food.
If the party was over, then I'd quickly steal all the food. I'd wanna hold you just for a while and dine with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to food.